Hey everyone, I'm Coach Nick. I'm a USBC Silver Coach, and today I'm going to be talking about the rule of 31 and how using it properly and understanding it can help your ball get to the pocket and hit flush and get you a lot more strikes. Okay, so what the rule of 31 actually is you take the length of the oil pattern and you subtract 31 from it. So if you have a 41-foot pattern, the point where your ball exits the oil will be the 10 board. If you have a 38, your exit point is going to want to be 7 board. The big distinction is it's where your ball is exiting the oil, not where your ball is turning the corner to start hooking. And that's the thing that I think that trips up most people. You can't actually see where the oil ends unless you get down on the lane and actually look. So you have to kind of guess. Once you know the pattern and the length of the oil, there's different cues on the lane and different markers you can use to know where the oil ends. So you have to try to do your best to estimate where it ends and where you want your ball to be exiting the oil. And that being said, you can usually kind of approximate and see where the end of the oil pattern is by the different balls you're using. Um, if I have, for example, my phase two, which has a solid cover, and I see it start breaking at a certain spot, I know maybe a foot or two after or before it starts breaking and turning at the break point. Um, just before that is going to be the end of the oil. If I use my Electrify, which has a lot shinier cover and gets down a little further, this might be 3.5 feet after it exits the oil, maybe 4 feet. And so you can determine it that way. Another sneaky thing to kind of do is if you take a ball and you throw it really slow with a good amount of hook right down the middle of the lane, it should skid down, and right when it about exits the oil, it'll start hooking right away because very slow ball speed. Once it sees the friction, it'll automatically go. So that way you can know how far the oil goes. It's kind of a little trick I use to help when I don't know the exact length. Maybe the oil sheet's not out. If I'm playing a tournament, for my very first shot, I can just do that, and then I know. The rule of 31 really, really helps to know where you should be exiting when your ball speed matches your rev rate. If you're a pretty standard, not speed dominant, not rev dominant, it's very, very, very useful for that. If you're very speed dominant, it might vary a little. Your break point's going to be different. If you're really, really rev dominant, it's going to be a little different. But it's a very good general rule of thumb. It usually, especially on house shots, like most people play in your average league, it's going to give you the highest percentage of value where your ball is going to turn the corner at the right spot and actually hit the pocket flush and get a lot more strikes. All right, guys, I hope this helped you. I hope I explained the rule of 31 a little bit better. Maybe if you've heard it before or haven't, I have a post on my website that explains it even more in depth with some diagrams to help show. It's on nickthebowlingcoach.com. Also, if you want, you can sign up for virtual lessons, video analysis, or in-person lessons. Thanks a lot for watching.